Today we're talking about the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card. If you've come across this card and think it looks impressive on paper, I want to give you the truth about it because it might not deliver the value you're expecting. So in this video, I'm going to reveal the real story behind the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card. I'll explain my core 4 metrics so you know exactly how valuable this card is, both in the short term and the long term. And I'll also explain all the important features of the card so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into and whether it's the right fit for you. And by the way, I'm Jordan, and between this YouTube channel and my website, I've helped hundreds of thousands of Canadians save hundreds of millions of dollars just by using credit cards. Now, before I get into all the features and benefits of the card, there are 4 metrics I look at to compare different credit cards side by side, and I want to share them with you for the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card. I call them the core 4, so let's take a look at them now. The first component of the core 4 is the welcome bonus multiple, which measures how strong the welcome bonus is. And so the welcome bonus on the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card is up to 45,000 Aventura points, so that's 15,000 points when you make your first purchase, plus an additional 30,000 points when you spend $3,000 in the first 4 months. And if you look at this points valuation chart, you'll see that CIBC Aventura points are worth 1 cent per point, which means the welcome bonus on the card is worth $450. But you can't just look at the welcome bonus in isolation. You need to compare it to the card's annual fee. And so the annual fee on the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card is $139, and when you divide the value of the welcome bonus by that annual fee, you get a welcome bonus multiple of 3.2, which means the welcome bonus is worth 3.2 times the annual fee. And this is well above my target multiple of 2, which makes it a solid welcome bonus. Now, as I mentioned, you do need to spend $3,000 in the first 4 months to receive the full welcome bonus, which works out to $750 a month, and that's manageable for most people. And then the fact that you get 15,000 points just for making your first purchase is a nice touch that makes this offer even more accessible. Now, the second piece of the core 4 is return on spending, which measures how strong the card's earn rates are. And so the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card earns 2 points per dollar on travel purchased through the CIBC Rewards Center, 1.5 points per dollar on eligible gas stations, grocery stores, electric vehicle charging, and drugstore purchases, and then 1 point per dollar on everything else. Now, in order to compare different cards side by side, I look specifically at these 5 core categories of earn rates, and as you can see, this is what the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card earns in these 5 categories. But to put these earn rates in context, you also need to look at some sample spending as well. And so this is the spending profile that I used for every credit card to see how the card stacks up. It may not match your spending exactly, but it is based loosely on average spending data from Stats Canada, with the numbers rounded a bit to make them easier to work with. And so to be clear, this only includes credit card spending, so the one big expense that you won't see here will be your rent or your mortgage. But with all that in mind, if you multiply the earn rates by the monthly spending numbers, then you end up earning 2,625 points every month. And because each point is worth 1 cent, the total value you get back from your monthly spending on the card is $26. That means you're earning a 1.3% return on your $2,000 in monthly spending. And my benchmark here is 3%, so this falls significantly short of that target. So the earn rates are decent for grocery and gas spending at 1.5 points per dollar, but there's no bonus for dining, which is a pretty substantial spending category for a lot of people, so that feels like a pretty big miss from CIBC. Now, before I share the third and fourth components of the core 4, I want to first talk about the features and benefits of the card because you'll understand everything else better that way. The CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card comes with 4 complimentary airport lounge visits per year through the Visa Airport Companion program, which you can use to access over 1,200 lounges worldwide. This isn't bad, but still 4 visits isn't a lot if you're a frequent traveler. It's just 2 round trips a year. The card also offers a $100 Nexus application fee rebate every 4 years. And this is actually a pretty useful benefit since Nexus speeds up border crossings a lot between the US and Canada, and that's pretty valuable for frequent cross-border travelers. Now, one standout feature of this card is the partnership with Journey Rewards, which lets you save up to 10 cents per liter at participating Pioneer, Fast Gas, Ultramar, and Chevron gas stations. You just need to link your card with Journey Rewards to access this benefit, but it can add up to some pretty meaningful savings if you drive regularly. And then the card also includes comprehensive travel insurance coverage, including out-of-province emergency medical insurance up to $5 million, trip cancellation and interruption coverage, flight delay insurance, and baggage delay insurance. There's also mobile device insurance, which covers your phone or tablet against damage or theft when you pay your monthly bill with the card. But at this point, I want to return to the core 4 and share the third and fourth components with you. The third component is time to break even, which measures how long it takes the average person to break even with the card. And the reason I look at this specifically is because you want to be able to recoup the investment you make in the card as quickly as possible. And so specifically, time to break even measures how many weeks of regular spending it takes to pay off the annual fee. And since we already said you're getting $26 in value every month, that means that the time to break even on this card is 23 weeks, which is pretty reasonable. For context, my benchmark here is 26 weeks or half a year, so this card meets that standard. And then the final piece of the core 4 is the long-term value multiple, which is a measure of how much you get back from your spending on the card year after year without including any sort of annual credits or other benefits. Because you don't just want a card that rewards you in the first year, you want a card that you can keep as long as possible. And so to calculate this, we first find the net value of the card per year. So that's your monthly earnings, which we already said is $26, multiplied by 12 months, and then less the annual fee. And then we just divide this net value number by the annual fee to get the long-term value multiple. And for the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card, that comes out to $176 in net value per year. Ideally, you want the net value per year to be at least double the annual fee, so this card falls short of that benchmark with a long-term value multiple of just 1.3. So if you look at all 4 of these metrics together, you can see that the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card is a bit of a mixed bag. The welcome bonus multiple of 3.2 is strong, and it's well above the benchmark of 2. The time to break even at 23 weeks is also reasonable and meets the 26-week benchmark. However, the return on spending at 1.3% is well below the 3% target, and the long-term value multiple of 1.3 doesn't reach the 2x threshold. But with that said, the card does try to offset these trade-offs in some other ways. The annual fee is $139 with a minimum income requirement of $60,000 of individual income or $100,000 of household income. But right now, CIBC is offering a first-year annual fee rebate, which makes the card free for the first year. And if you have a CIBC Smart Plus account, you also get the annual fee rebated every year. But with all this in mind, I'd say these are the 3 standout perks that help this card pull its weight. First is the comprehensive travel insurance package that covers up to $5 million for emergency medical expenses. Second is the Nexus application fee rebate. And third are the gas station savings through Journey Rewards. And when taken together, these benefits make the card a reasonably strong fit for occasional travelers who want basic lounge access and solid travel insurance without paying a premium annual fee. It's also well suited for drivers who can take full advantage of the gas savings, especially if they frequently shop at grocery stores where they'll earn 1.5 points per dollar. But on the flip side, this card isn't ideal for frequent flyers who need more than 4 lounge visits a year, dining enthusiasts who won't earn bonus points at restaurants, or anyone focused on maximizing returns, because with a 1.3% earn rate, you just don't get rewarded quickly enough. And so here's the thing about this card. In a lot of ways, it's kind of the definition of mediocre. While it checks a lot of boxes on paper, it doesn't really excel in any particular area. The 1.5 points per dollar on groceries and gas is decent, but you're also earning a measly 1 point per dollar on dining, which is a huge missed opportunity for most people. The 4 airport lounge visits sound nice, but they're not going to get you very far if you travel regularly. And while the travel insurance is comprehensive, it's only for the first 15 days of travel if you're under 65, or just 3 days if you're older than 65. And so overall, the card asks you to settle for average returns across the board, rather than giving you the tools to maximize your rewards in the categories where you actually spend money. And in my books, that's just not a good trade. Fortunately, there are better cards out there, and the reality is that you could be earning significantly more value with a different approach. I'm talking about cards that offer stronger earn rates, better redemption options, and way more perks. So to learn which are the best credit cards in Canada and why they beat out the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite card on the metrics I laid out here, watch this video next.